Vicki here. Misadventures in Living Life. Boy, it's a blustery day outside to do this, but I've been wanting to get it done. I lived in a house and rented for 15 years, and I was miserable. And I was just constantly looking and trying to figure out how I could afford to buy a house of my own. Well, this last year, I figured out, I've been living in a cargo trailer because I got into it with my neighbor. He was doing all kinds of stuff to my house and my vehicle and stuff. So anyway, I moved into a cargo trailer. And while living in the cargo trailer, I finally figured out some ways that you can get a house with no money down. It was a learning process for me because I knew nothing about houses. So I had money to buy a bigger house, but I come across this tiny house. It's a 2-story. It has everything in it. It has a lot more room inside than it does, looks like it does. And I have 2 lots, which is what I wanted, so I had no neighbors. And it has a shed and a carport. Let me get around there. There you go. And anyway, the loan, what I learned was... because they told me I had to have $3,000 down. Well, I did have that much saved, but then whenever I found this house, the realtor helped me. I got a Freddie Mac grant for like $1,900 of the down payment, and then I asked the seller, who was a motivated seller, to pay the difference, which was like $1,100, and that's how I got a house of my own now. I've been here about 5 months. This is starting on the 5th month. And it's so nice to have my own house. I can do what I want in the yard. I've got plants and stuff growing there in the buckets and stuff, containers. And I plan on having a garden out here. And I have windows saved that I got for free that I'm going to make a greenhouse out of. And I'm going to also put the carport. It's a really long carport. And so I'm going to put walls up on the carport. So that will be pretty much a 2-car garage. I'm not worried about putting my vehicle in there, but I have 2 storage units that I need to get emptied. And so I'm going to get those emptied and brought up here, get rid of my stuff that I don't need, and because let's face it, I got tons of stuff that I don't need, but I've got 2 storage units. Anyway, I just want to let you know that information, that you can get a Freddie Mac or a Fannie Mae grant for part of your down payment, and because they only give you like 3% or something like that, and then you can ask the seller to pay what else you need for the down payment. Like I said, this woman was a motivated seller. She wanted to move out of state, and there was a bigger house. There were bigger houses that I could have bought, but I wanted these 2 lots, and so I can plant my food, and I don't want to be near the neighbors, and so this is why I chose this tiny house. And I've been living in a trailer anyway, so I knew how to live in a smaller house, but it's so much bigger inside than what it looks on the outside. Excuse me. There's a huge upstairs and the huge downstairs, kitchen, bathroom, shower, everything. It has a spiral staircase in it. It's pretty, and it's newer. It's been all remodeled. But like I'm saying, you could get 3% with the grant. And there's other grants, and you can get more depending on, I think, what you're borrowing. But since I have a limited income, that was all I could get to spend on a house, which it was hard to find a house that cheap. But there were other houses that I had looked at and could choose from. But I wanted these 2 lots. I don't have any neighbors right next to me, and it's a nice neighborhood. Excuse me. And that's how I got the house that I have. So I'm thrilled to death to have it. I have, running water. I have heat. I have air conditioning, washer and dryer room, all the stuff that you need in your house. So I really didn't have to do without anything getting the tiny house, other than less room, which, let's face it, you have all that room, you just got to clean it. But anyway, the loan, I learned about the loan, so I wanted to share that with somebody, because if someone had shared that with me 15 years ago, I could have been living in my own house for the last 15 years and had it half paid for. So instead of giving all that money to the landlord, I had paid my landlord like $75,000. Could have paid for my own house for that. There's a tip for somebody. If you're trying to buy a house, be sure and talk to your bank. If you have a bank that you've been with quite a few years, they might have some ideas to help you out with that. So, okay, everybody have a nice day, and thanks for listening. Be sure to give me a thumbs up. Bye.